What's up, everybody? Ty Bartone with another edition of Player Profile. This time we head to our friends over at the Austintown FITCH Falcon softball team, the junior first baseman for them, Abby Toth, joining me today. Abby, how we doing?
Doing good. Just got home from practice.
I know you guys are very excited and anticipated for the season that is rapidly approaching. Talk to me about just what the standard is right now, what it looks like for you junior year. I mean, freshman, sophomore year really couldn't have gone any better for you back-to-back state champions. What does this year look like for you two? What's your anticipation like for it?
So I feel like the standard this year is to just keep hyping up our pitchers because we have new pitchers coming in and then we have old juniors still. It's going to be very different without having Sid, but that doesn't mean we're going to be just like it doesn't mean we're not going to be as good as we were. We still have our great offensive line and we still have a very good defensive line. Losing Ayla and Sydney were both hard things to do, but we can still pick ourselves up. We have Alyssa there at shortstop now, and then we have a good five pitcher lineup ahead of us.
When you look at your experiences too, now going into an upperclassman season, you being a junior, you're gonna have a little bit more of a voice too, especially in that dugout. Not that you already didn't have a voice in that dugout, but reflecting on those freshman and sophomore years, what kind of personal growth have you experienced, and how has it kind of influenced your approach to the game?
Definitely with my mental stuff because as a freshman, I was very hard in my head. That's why I loved having Caitlin at second base with me. She would always get me right out of my head. And now I have Sammy Severn there for my junior and sophomore year. They were both great second basemen, both helped me. Made me get out of my head. And then with my mental health, very much with hitting because you're not always going to get the best hit, but you could always have something good for something else. Like you get an RBI or you could do a pop out, but it could just be like a sacrifice fly. So definitely my mental health is what I have accomplished a lot this year.
I know from freshman year to sophomore year, you really focused on a lot more contact ratio too. You upped that batting average a ton. Strikeouts were down. What were some of the things you kind of focused on in this last offseason going into junior year?
Just hit the ball. I know how to do it, so I'm basically just hit the ball. It's gonna go somewhere. Something's gonna happen, and I'm always gonna do something for my team when I hit it. Even if I strike out, it's okay. I know someone behind me is gonna pick myself up.
I want to give you the sort of ESPN moment too to kind of announce where you're going to be attending college because I know you recently made that commitment too. So I want to give you that spotlight. I'll even we'll get the big screen for it.
Yeah, I verbally committed to Detroit Mercy in Michigan. I absolutely loved the campus. I love the players and the coaches. They were just so welcoming when me and my mom came to have a visit there, and they really seem excited for me to be there. I still keep contact with Coach Dan, and I've been watching their schedule and everything.
So what when you talk about let's get me out of the big screen. We don't need me there. When we talk about the college commitment process too, you get the opportunity to kind of get that out of the way before junior year. That's got to be a relief for you. One, talk about that, but also just talk about what you were kind of looking for in the college recruiting process.
It was a very stressful time. I know almost every single junior it had a very stressful time. It was a lot of stress built off of me, it felt like, because I felt like, wow, I'm done. I could just go out there and have fun now with my family, with my teammates. I can do what I know how to do best. And I know that at college was there for me. And what I was mainly looking for was a good softball team and a good business program. So I'm going to go to Detroit Mercy for a business program, and they said if I play there for 4 years, I'll get my fifth year master's degree paid off.
That's awesome too. And I mean, you being able to have that opportunity to set yourself up career wise too, that's a blessing in itself too. So I mean, obviously don't take that for granted, but I don't think that you do at all, no doubt. When you look at yourself too and facing high pressure situations, you talked about facing pressure with going through the college recruiting process. When you're facing high pressure situations on the field or when you're going through maybe a slump, what are some ways you're able to overcome that too and deal with high pressure situations?
So I like to just take a deep breath. I always take a deep breath before I go into the batter's box because I know that I got this and I'm going to get a great hit. Or like if I make a mistake in the infield, I just shake it off because I know my teammates have my back and I know my pitchers are going to just get the next one if they have to, them and Kylie. But yeah, basically I just like to take a deep breath and tell myself that I got this.
I mentioned how you are always kind of a voice in that dugout too, because you are, and I know a lot of your teammates voted you as the loudest in the dugout too, and you are the one of the vocal leaders of the team. What kind of gives you the confidence to kind of step up and be a voice for your team and a voice for the Falcons out of that dugout?
Because I know sometimes when people don't want to do it themselves, there's always someone that can be there to pick them up. I like to be someone that they can come to and talk to. So I'd rather that than them not want to talk to me at all. So I just want to be someone that can have people come to me and talk to me about what's wrong and what they think they're doing is wrong. And I'm always there to just pick them up. If they're having a bad day, try to talk them out of it. If they're in a slump. Like today, Sammy, she said she's been in a slump, but she literally just had the best hit today and she was so excited and I was so happy for her. And but yeah, I just want to be there and I want them to know that I can be their biggest cheerleader.
You talk about biggest cheerleaders, and you look at this community that is supporting you guys too, and the kids especially of the community. These young ladies that are walking around in the middle school and the elementary school program. You guys are superstars to them, and I get to see what you guys are doing too with your camps. How cool has that been to kind of give back and see full circle what you were at probably just a few years ago to now you're giving back to the young ones.
It feels really good, especially we just had our kids camp. There's this one little girl, she went to Girard, that just like I did. I went to Girard until 8th grade, and she's there now. And she goes, I want to be just like Abby. When I grow up, I want to come here and play Fitch and be just like her. So that really did mean a lot, knowing that like there's little kids that look up to me and want to be like me when they're older.
What's your advice you'd give to those young ones too to try to get to where they want to be in your shoes and be the next first baseman for Fitch?
Life goes on. Just take a deep breath. You're going to do great.
Well, when you look at your career too in general, what are some of the biggest highlights from your career outside of the state championship? Some of your favorite hits and some of your favorite moments that you've had.
My favorite moments this year is definitely getting a better batting average from last year. And then every single hit that I have is a great one because I know my teammates in the dugout are cheering me on no matter what kind of hit it was. I just really love my team. Oh, sorry, my dog is literally whining super loud right now.
We're all good. We all have animals. They like to crash the party.
Yes. His name's Homer. Come here.
Oh, of course, that's right on par too. And that fit.
Yep,
That's
this is
fitted
my
too.
big baby.
So
He's whining.
you talked about all your goals too this season. What are some of the things you look to do to accomplish? How do you accomplish those goals? What are some things you've done to try to get those goals accomplished this season and the off season?
Some of my goals that I want to accomplish this year is definitely better hitting. I want more contact, less strikeouts, just like last year. And then for the field, I want to make every play possible, get every scoop, have my teammates' backs, have my pitchers' backs, and then just working hard. That's what I've been doing for these past couple months is just working hard so I can fulfill these dreams and fulfill these goals for my players and for myself.
I know you mentioned the losses that you guys had from last year too. So two key points to the lineup last year. But do you guys feel like you're kind of playing with a chip on your shoulder because of the way maybe some people are counting you out?
Yeah, just a little bit. Doesn't matter where you are in the lineup. It really doesn't. If you're in the lineup, that means they want you to be there. You could be first, last, in the middle. Like every spot is a position they want you to be in. And that's when they think, oh, we need her here just so we can get a base hit or we can get a home run or we can get something so we can move these players around.
I said that lineup is a gauntlet to go through still too. It is one of the toughest ones to face, no doubt. I've been doing all kinds of rapid fire questions with softball and baseball players. I want to do some with you as well. You ready?
Yeah.
All righty. What are we talking for a favorite post game meal after a big win?
A number one Chick-fil-A meal, add American cheese with barbecue and Chick-fil-A sauce, and then Dr. Pepper to drink.
That like came straight from the soul. Like you
Oh, yeah.
had that one ready, pre-ordered too. How many times do you think you order that? Maybe on a week, maybe all time. What do you think that counts at right now? That number one.
I think I've had Chick-fil-A like 10 times this month, maybe even more. I get that every single time. It doesn't matter. I get those before every single game.
So the Chick-fil-A average is almost matching the batting average. We're trying to get that
Yeah,
up there.
basically.
What's the gonna be the walk-up song this year?
My walk-up song is Yeah by Usher. It makes me think of my stepdad. We both did this thing where we were like, Peace Up A-Town. So I just thought of him and I picked that one.
I know gloves for baseball and softball players. It's like marriage. You got to find the perfect glove. What's your perfect glove?
I like Mizuno gloves. I'm pretty sure is the one I have right now. But my first baseman glove's broken right now, so I have to get a new one.
What's your kind of favorite drill you guys do during practice?
My favorite drill is definitely when we do mm, uh, front toss.
Yeah, you have superstitions or rituals that you have to do before a game?
Yeah, I do my left sock, then my right sock, and then I do my hair in a specific way. I'll do a slick back, but then I'll have Lily Stevens, one of our former players, I'll have her do bubbles in my hair.
What's the favorite ballpark snack?
Nerd clusters.
That's been a favorite one all over the place too, and they've been getting
Yes.
so popular. What's the best advice? I know that Coach Bob is like everyone's spirit animal on this team. What's the best advice Coach Bob has given you?
Flush it.
Simple, I love it. Who's the most challenging pitcher you've ever faced? Because I know you faced a lot of good ones.
Probably Milena Toth because she has good spin and great speed. It's very quick speed. You don't think it's coming out as fast, but then it really whips right in there. So it feels really good to hit against her to make myself better. So I really liked hitting against her though.
What is for your number? Explain your number choice and why you picked it.
I couldn't get 18, so I picked 10.
All right, that's fair enough. When you
Yeah.
talk when you talk about how you handle how you handle pressure to going into this season having more of a leadership role, how have you handled that pressure?
Just I brush it off. Doesn't really matter. Everyone makes mistakes. Things go on. Like I said, life goes on. Things just happen. There's always a next play, always a next at bat. So you have to remember what's in the future, not in the past.
If you can make your own alternative uniform for the Falcons team, any color scheme, any kind of look, what would it look like?
Pink. I would want something pink in there.
You want solid
Definitely.
colors? You want pinstripes? How's the look like?
I would do pinstripes with pink, and we'll have our numbers on the back, and then our grad year right here.
Okay, like you went really in depth with that one too, a little bit more than most too. I like it. You're the second one I think though that said pink for the team. I think Morgan Roby also said it as well. For your bat choice, if you could do kind of like I've heard people say lightsabers, ice cream cone, pencil, like what would the custom bat look like for you?
So I had a custom bat, and it was a Louisville bat, and I put my mom always comes up to me before games and says don't suck. So at the end of my bat it says hashtag don't suck on it. So I really like that bat. It was black and white.
I love that. I love that. When you talk about other people that have had given you good advice too, we talked about Coach Bob. What are some other big points of advice that have served impact in your life?
Definitely from my coach Wade. He's my travel ball coach. He definitely just he puts things into perspective. He's not gonna lie to you. So he just says like a bunch of things like your backs are against the wall. What are you gonna do now? And that puts in your mind like what's the next move, especially when we're losing. So I always every time we start losing, I always think of Coach Wade is what are you gonna do now? Is basically my favorite one from him.
When they make the movie for the Falcons softball back-to-back state championship team, who's going to be playing Abby Toth?
Myself.
You're taking the big step. I love it. I love the confidence. You think you can succeed in the role of acting?
Yes, I could. I definitely could.
I think you might be able to pull that off as well. In terms of your team, though, who do you think the funniest teammate is?
Mm, Alyssa Rogers and Morgan Roby.
Okay, you went double with it. You can give it to one. That's fair. That's
No.
fair. Other than well, I know Kayleana Ray is probably the fastest too. A lot of people have said Alyssa. Actually, let's just go this. What skill would you take from any of your teammates if you could take one skill?
To play outfield. That's the
Who's
skill
who,
I want.
whose outfield skill do you want on the team?
Kaylee Ray.
That's a fair one too. When you look at other positions that you've been able to play throughout your career too, I know you've been able to do catcher as well. How has that kind of helped shape your experience on the softball field?
Hopefully it does good. The other day I did have to play third because Morgan was sick, and I did good there, but I really liked my first base home. She just like it over there. But hopefully if people need it, if the team needs it, I'm all about the team. If they need me to go somewhere, I'll go there. So basically it's just all about the team. It doesn't really matter about me. I'll say yes to wherever you need me to go.
So when we talk about this season too, just give a shout out to the community. I know they gave you guys great support. They were lining the fence. Shout out to the community and let them know why they need to be out there supporting you guys this year.
Because we're the best thing ever. We're two-time state champs, and we're great, and we're loud, and we would all love you to come because we love you guys so much.
Well, we love you too as well, Abby. I also want to give you the chance as well to give some love to everybody else that's been there along the way that's helped you out.
Definitely my papa. He's my biggest supporter. He's the reason I have my tattoo right now. He always tells me who's the woman, and I always have to save me and stuff. We share a birthday, and then obviously my mom and dad, and then my step parents, Matt and Catherine, and then obviously just my whole family. They always come out. My nana lives in Tennessee, and she still came to a softball scrimmage. So basically, everybody, all my friends, everyone that I know, I'm thankful for that they come and watch me and support all my goals.
Well, we here at YSM, we love and appreciate everyone over there at the Falcons too, and the whole softball team. We're excited to see what you guys have in store for this season, and we'll be seeing you out there on the diamond real soon.
All right. Thank you.